culturally, like this is what I was saying to Purpled, because Purpled, God bless him, he's quite a young guy, isn't he? So I wasn't really too. I think he's got a lot to learn about the world and stuff. But he was saying how we were on stream and he was talking about how he wouldn't want to go to Europe because he can't think of anything there in Europe.
Yeah.
Staying and I was staying with my girlfriend's grandparents, and she wasn't there most of the time because she was working, but I was there a lot of the time.
Okay, microwaving a fish, is that a common thing? What's the situation with ice cubes in the UK?
Don't tell me he told you we don't have ice cubes, man.
He said that ice cubes are not common. Are you kidding me? Tubbo said that you didn't have Ubers.
We very much do. Wealthy. Tubbo is so wealthy. I wish I was rich enough to not know what shower curtains were.
Very quickly. Yeah. Or yeah.
Hi,
yeah, I hear that.
Ranboo.
Hello.
How's it going, Ranboo?
Oh, it's going good. It's going good. Oh man.
I'm thirsty, Ranboo. I'm thirsty.
Oh yeah, I got my giant thing of water that I go through every stream.
I've just taken a swig from his 2 liters.
Mine is 32 ounces.
Yeah, it's 900 milliliters. What? That's nothing, man. You said you got a big thing of water. You get that.
All right, let me see. Oh, it's like one of those. Yeah, it's one of like the giant ones. Yeah, we have those as well.
It's like just big. It's not giant. I know you guys drink a lot of soda, like a lot of soda there. I know that.
Yeah, I mean it's just like the popular drink in like restaurants and everything, and it's just really just depends on if you have it like readily available. Like,
right.
It's just that it's like super readily available.
Yeah.
You know.
No, I don't judge the Americans at all. In fact, I envy them. I've got a feeling, Ranboo, that I'm going to come to America and then just never leave.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've got a really strong feeling because I'm going to need a work visa to get over there. And like, and then I know that if you work on your work visa and you like generate enough money, America are just like, yeah, you can stay here longer, because obviously I'm paying them, man, paying taxes. So it's like, I think I might just stay. I might just stay forever. You know? Like, it's just I might just not go back.
Yeah. If you were to live in one state, which would it be?
California.
Really?
Yeah. If you give me a second option, then Texas.
Oh yeah, because those are the states that like kind of like have like everything. Depends on where you travel.
Yeah. I don't know. I went to San Diego. And it was the nicest place I've ever been, and I've been to almost every country in Europe. Like I went traveling for a year around Europe, and I visited, I think it was 12 countries in Europe, and which isn't almost every country I know, but I visited 12 countries, and I thought it was great, and I went to San Diego, and it blew them all out of the water. It's just lovely. It's just a lovely place.
You know?
Well, the United Kingdom is lovely. I'm so glad I was born here and raised here. Like it's such a nice country, and there's a certain sort of swelling of pride I feel for being from this country, not in like the way of like, oh, I'm so proud to be British, but in like the way of like I feel like I'm part of I'm part of the history of this country. It's pretty cool to be able to say that, and we're such a tiny little island. It's like it's quite cool, but I just love America, man. When I was there, it was lovely. I had a really nice time, probably the nicest time I've had from a country. Like I've had better times in like other countries, but like the nicest time based on how good the country was America by far. Because it was just everywhere I went, everyone was friendly. No matter what I did, everyone was smiling. I got times where I'd walk into places and people would say, "Oh my god, I love your accent," and then talk to me about my accent and then we just end up having a conversation for like ages. I was just like, well, this doesn't happen. I love talking to people, and this doesn't happen often. And then it was like, I felt, it felt like it was easy to get lost there, but easy to get found, is the way I'd describe it.
Yeah. If you're like one of the people that like likes talking with other people about like just like random subjects, then like definitely you can find like so many people to talk about. Just like anything. Yeah.
I think also the big thing, reason I love America so much is that you guys are so eager to like grow. As a society. It's mental. Like that's something I don't think many people talk about because we just associate it with the internet, but it's your country. It's the newest generation of your country. You guys are so eager to fix the errors that have happened in the past, and you guys are so eager to be better. And that's just really cool. That's really cool. You know, it's hard to find that in Europe. A lot of European countries are very set in their traditions and tree. It's just so new generation in America, super progressive, as far as I've seen. It was Obama said it the best. I think I was talking about his farewell address, where he says that it's base not the opinion of your country on our past, base it on our attribution to improve and get better. And then he listed off like all the things that have happened recently, act and things, you know, all this stuff. You know, you guys are very eager to get better, and that's and I'd say you haven't got far to go. I'm bigging up America right now. I'm gonna get there. The Queen's gonna bash on my door in a minute.
Hey, what are you doing in there? We're definitely a lot better than like a lot of like the previous generations and everything, in the sense where it's just like we like when we see a problem, right? Like we try to do like at least a little bit, and that's the main thing, right? Because it's just like before it was like it's either you're doing this or you're not doing this, but now because of like the internet and everything, you can be like, oh yeah, like I can help out in like just this small way, and then because of like the huge like collective that we have and everything, that like a bunch of people helping in a small way actually like makes a huge difference in everything. And that's
and it's I think it's really important to talk about the issues. The thing is that, you know, it's important to think of the positives sometimes, you know. So back on what I was saying, I think I'm just gonna stay there. I don't know, maybe I'll get there and hate it, maybe I'll change my mind, but as it stands right now, I can't see it. I think I'll get there and be like, damn, this is it, this is for me. I think I really want Tubbo to see America, because I feel like Tubbo has like such like a weird like view of like America and like what it is and everything, where he's like almost like scared. He's like, isn't he like, he's like almost like scared to go here? I mean, Tubbo spends a lot of time on the internet, and America seems terrifying on the internet. America is a world, man. It is a world.
There's so much in there.
And it's like, I just think it's really cool. I think culturally, like, this is what I was saying to Purpled, because Purpled, God bless him, he's quite a young guy, isn't he? So I wasn't really too. I think he's got a lot to learn about the world and stuff. But he was saying how we were on stream, and he was talking about how he wouldn't want to go to Europe because he can't think of anything that in Europe. That isn't in America. And you know, I was like, I remember I was like fighting him back on this, and then I learned about his age, and I was like, okay, fair enough. I won't judge too hard. But like I think he had a point, definitely, that America is super so there's so much happening in America in terms of stuff. I'd say that the only thing that Europe has up on it is the cultural differences in Europe. I mean, in the time it would take you to go from one town to another in America, you will cross an entire boundary of languages, culture, you know, different tribes that used to be there thousands and thousands of years ago. You know, it's like that's the thing you'd get in mainland Europe. Reason to go. Have you been to Europe before?
Nope,
I think
I have not.
This. Oh. Where would you want to go in Europe? Apart from, I know you're talking about the UK earlier.
The UK. I mean, I think probably like France seems very interesting. Italy as well. Like I
spent 10 months in Italy. I've spent my fair share. I spent 10 months in Italy, and it was an experience. Yeah. I don't speak a word of Italian. I can't speak any Italian.
Yeah, that's like.
I think for me, when I was in Italy, because I was pretty much living there. I was staying at the same house and it was a staying, and I was staying with my girlfriend's grandparents, and she wasn't there most of the time because she was working, but I was there a lot of the time, which meant that I spent a lot of the time just like living in this little apartment in Italy. And I remember they used to have these massive like dinners. We used to have these massive lunches and dinners, right? And it was looking on as an outsider, I was thinking like, wow, this is hella sexist, but I guess she enjoyed it. But like the mother, or the grandmother in this case, would stay at home all day cooking while the grandfather was out at work, and then she would literally make these risottos and like these massive like 4-course meals every day, and it was absolutely ridiculous. And I remember it used to be that because everyone around the table could speak Spanish. My ex, the grandparents could all speak Italian. Did I say Spanish? Italian, I meant. And I couldn't speak a word. And I would just be sat there, and there was this little window down the hall that when they had the door open, I could see it, and there was just the fucking Alps. Because I'm from England, we don't have big mountains here, really. So I spent the entire time just like gawking at these fucking mountains while we were eating. And apparently she used to translate for me that the grandparents would ask what the island monkey was staring at. It wasn't island monkey, it was like, what was the island boy staring at all the time? Because I was this lanky English kid that their granddaughter had brought home, who was just staring out the window at the Alps, because I was just so amazed by them. I couldn't get over them. It was ridiculous to me that there's just these giant it's like skyscrapers made of rock, just these massive, and they were like, oh man, I used to get so excited about them. I used to brush my teeth out the window, and I think I must have been in the town for a little while, so a lot of people knew that I was the English kid. And I'd be like brushing my teeth whilst like head out the window and like enjoying the sun in the morning, and this guy used to ride by on his bike, and he stopped. I've told this story before, and this is like one of the weirdest experiences that ever happened to me. And he stopped, and he'd go, "Oi!" and I'd say, "Huh?" and I'd look down, and he'd go, "Margaret Thatcher," and then cycle away. And do you know who Margaret Thatcher is, by any chance, Ranboo, I assume?
Oh, I think so. Yeah, I think so.
She was a very controversial prime minister.
Yeah.
The longest time, and then he'd cycle away, and I was like, and I thought this was hilarious, and I like jotted it down. I thought it was hilarious. I told all my friends, and then the next day I'm doing the same thing, and the same guy rides by, and he points again and goes, "Margaret Thatcher," and then he waits a minute. And I'm still like, I'm just brushing my teeth. I wave at him, and he just gets on his bike and goes away. So I'm thinking, oh, what the fuck? And again, he comes by the next day, points at me and goes, "Margaret Thatcher," and I say, "Hello," and he just cycles away, and I didn't see him again. That was it. What? I said hello, and that's it. And so there's just this Italian man on his bike who just wanted to tell me Margaret Thatcher, and I just assume he didn't think I heard him the first few times.
I don't. Why? I have no idea.
That's like you being in like France, and someone just comes to you and just points and just goes, "Ronald Reagan," and then just walks out like every day. Probably just knew I was English and was like, "What will upset him?" That's what most people do. That's the thing. That's what he did. It's like, how can I upset the English person? I think you'll like the UK.
Oh yeah, I'm very, very excited for it.
So tell you fun things about the UK that you got to get ready for. Some interesting facts.
Oh,
that you can find when you get. We don't tip. Do you think you're ready for that?
I think I'm ready for that because I forget it. I forget it a lot, and then I feel bad.
And then I know your chat's gonna be like, yes, we do tip. Yeah, I worked as a waiter for a year and a half, and I'm telling you now, we do not tip in this country. Everyone's saying why. I think it's because we pay our waiters a lot better than you guys do.
That is, yeah.
I think it's because of that, though. There is only one conversation topic. So whilst in the United States, when you meet someone on the street, when you bump into someone, or you're chatting with your friends, you've just woken up, you're chatting with your friends in person, not over Discord, obviously.
Yeah.
You probably talk about an assortment of things. Not in the UK. You just talk about the weather. That's all you talk about.
Perfect. That's my go-to line.
That's how you open every conversation. Every conversation starts with the weather, and it has to.
That's already my go-to line. I
got in my Uber today, and the guy says to me, and I sit down. He says, and he checks my name, and he checks where I'm going, and I sit down, and he goes, "It's been a nice day today, isn't it?" And you go, yeah, it's really nice, really nice. Spring's finally here. It feels like, and then you go, oh yeah, it's what we reached like, got like 13 degrees. Oh, it's quite nice, quite mild. Yeah, it's good. And then you move on the conversation to another thing. But it has to start with the weather.
It has to start with the weather. Okay, so the weather is the universal icebreaker for the UK.
Yes.
Say?
Do you have Tupperware? So you know what Tupperware
I think so. Yeah.
It's like plastic tins, like plastic boxes.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're called, but yeah, Tupperware. Yeah, the entire country feels like a Tupperware pot. You know Tupperware? Yeah, it feels like you're in one of those all the time.
Oh, it just feels like I am trapped inside of a Tupperware. Really?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what Hemingway wrote. It's very claustrophobic and miserable. That's why winters in this country are miserable as hell. We have some of the worst. It's just, I hate winter here. It's so bad.
I feel like, okay, the way that like it's been phrased to me, right? It makes it seem like it's very hard to travel. Like, it's very, very hard to travel to different areas.
No, I'd say it's easier than the US.
Really?
I think the assumption, the reason where the place that assumption's coming from is the fact that if you were to say it's a 2-hour drive, the average English person would say that sounds like fucking miles away.
Oh.
That's not because it's hard to get around, but rather that everything's so small and close together that the idea of something being 2 hours away is preposterous, because that would entail it being very, very far. That would entail it being the other end of the country.
Yeah.
Which is mental. Obviously, 2-hour drives are not uncommon when people live far away from each other, and you know, and they're not, and they feel the same. It's just that our country is so small that a 2-hour drive is like crazy.
Tubbo said that you didn't have Ubers.
We very much do.
He said that you have to call, like, the taxi service.
No, that's not true. Tubbo's lying to you.
Tubbo lied to me about that.
I don't know where Tubbo got the idea we don't have Uber. It's a very common thing.
Okay, because I was just like, yeah, well, Uber, and he's just like, oh, we don't have that. And he was, like, laughing at me for it, making it seem like it was like a... Okay.
No, Ubers are very common. People in the chat are saying it's just a London thing. No, we have Uber I'm not in London. I'm in Brighton, and I have Uber. We have Uber in every city.
Okay, microwaving a fish, is that a common thing?
No. What? I've never microwaved a fish.
Apparently, Tubbo microwaves fish, and that is a very common meal for him.
Nope, that's just English people having no sense of taste. Every British person has no sense of taste.
Wait, okay, do you have, like, burritos?
Yes.
Tubbo has never had a burrito before.
There's a Taco Bell down the road from me.
He said that he's never had taco... I don't...
Taco Bell is a very uncommon chain in the UK.
Okay, yeah. But he's just said that he's just never had a burrito.
I can think of 2 in the whole country.
Oh.
So it's not a common place, but
okay.
burritos are common. It's just Tubbo may not have just tried many foods. They're definitely not.
I think that's probably it. I think that Tubbo just hasn't tried that many foods. Oh man. Oh yeah, soy sauce. Apparently he didn't know what soy sauce was. We had to explain to him what soy sauce was.
Wait, that's ridiculous. Soy sauce is very common.
Very common.
Sauce is in everything.
Are we sure that he is in the UK?
We have soy sauce everywhere. We have soy sauce is super common.
Yeah. Are we sure that Tubbo is in the UK?
I don't know, man.
Are we sure anymore? Is the internet really bad?
No, we have really good internet.
You have really good internet?
Yeah, I think we're some of the best in Europe.
Tubbo's been saying that like the UK usually has bad internet. Are you kidding me?
No,
oh my
not true.
god.
We have the most 4G coverage of any country in Europe.
The most 4G coverage.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm on fiber right now.
You're on.
And I will tell you. I'll do a speed test. My speed test might be quite slow because I know I'm not on the best net package that I could be, but I'll tell you my speed test. Hold on. 210 megabits per second download. Which is good. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. And I have 20 megabits upload.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah. Okay, wait. My chat's saying ask about Best Buy because a while back he said that guys didn't have Best Buys.
We don't have Best Buy.
Okay. Phew. We got one thing.
If you tell me what they sell in Best Buy, I'll tell you what we have in replacement of Best Buy.
Okay. Cameras.
Is that it?
Well, no. Okay. I'm just like saying like okay. Well, it sells like cameras. It has computer parts. It has like monitors. It basically has anything to do with any type of technology is most likely in there.
Currys.
Oh yeah.
Our shop is called Currys, and it does that. It's very common.
Is Chipotle common?
No, we don't have Chipotle here.
Okay. Do you guys? Tubbo didn't know what my ceiling fan was.
No, we have lots of ceiling fans everywhere. They're common.
See, because He didn't know what my ceiling fan. He was really confused because he was just like he didn't say that he had.
Yeah,
Okay.
the weird thing about that one is that every shopping center, like every shopping mall in the UK, has ceiling fans like everywhere. It's like they're super common. They're everywhere. They're
okay. Tubbo just never goes outside. I think. Yeah, I don't think he goes. What's the situation with ice cubes in the UK?
Don't tell me he told you we don't have ice cubes, man.
He said that ice cubes are not common. Are you kidding me?
Fuck! In what world are ice cubes not common?
He said that ice cubes weren't common because it was always cold.
How do you think we keep our drinks cold in the summer? What the fuck?
He said that ice cubes weren't common in like restaurants or anything.
No, they're very common. You have to specify without ice if you don't want ice.
He said that usually restaurants will give it without ice as a default.
No, not true. Not unless they're serving you from like a fucking Tropicana bottle. They're gonna give you the glass with ice in it. That's like any good restaurant will give you a glass, the drink, ice, not watered down. That's what you will get.
What?
And sometimes a straw if you're a good boy.
That common.
No, that he's wrong. That's just wrong. That's not even like a misunderstanding. It's just wrong.
I'm so okay. Well, this is certainly eye-opening. Let me think. This is really eye-opening, man. I was gonna get an entirely different. I had an entirely different perception. My goodness. Okay, he said that those are like indoor malls and everything.
What's the difference? What's an outdoor mall?
Like, because he said that like we have like I explained to him what malls were and he's just like, oh yeah, we have those, but they're outside.
Nope. He's thinking of shopping. He's thinking of markets.
So wait, so you do have?
Yes.
I have a feeling that Tubbo's going to be experiencing as many new things as I am on this trip. What?
Here you go.
I'm just like, I'm just going through my mind because I blindly trusted. I had trust.
From going to the United States, the big difference you're going to find with the UK is it's just everything's smaller.
Really?
Yeah, everything's smaller. Everything's a lot cleaner.
Really?
Yeah, San Diego smelt really bad, and I don't know why. And then I asked one of my friends, and they were like, "I don't smell anything." And I asked another one, and they went, "Every city in America smells." And I went, "Oh, okay."
Yep.
So,
no, that's just true. Yeah, that's very true. Actually,
that's not the case here. We don't have smelly places. That's
really
not a thing.
Tubbo said that shower curtains weren't a common thing either. I think this is going to be the last one about that.
So wealthy. Tubbo is so wealthy. I wish I was rich enough to not know what shower curtains were. That's all I'm saying. I've only now in this house I'm living in now do I have a glass divider between the shower and the floor. I've growing up I've always had curtains and sheets to block out water.
See, because he was worried about me bringing my own shower curtain.
Why? Because there won't be one.
I know that it's a thing in like New York, but like in more like areas, do people get mad when people like stop sometimes to like do something or to look around?
Yes.
Oh. What is the difference of like soda in America and in the UK?
It doesn't make me feel sick here. When I was in America,
really?
It made me feel ill. Yeah, your fast food also made me ill too.
Phil said
your cereal. That was the three things. So Phil was there when I was almost vomiting after having a what's that Californian one that everyone tells you to have?
The In-N-Out?
Yeah, In-N-Out. That's the one.
Oh yeah.
It's when I had an In-N-Out, and it made me feel ill. I felt like I was going to die. I felt like my heart was full of gunk, and I was like almost vomiting in the hotel. And Phil was there. Phil will tell you about. Also, your cereal made me actually be sick. I had Lucky Charms, and I vomited genuinely. Like rainbows into the toilet. It's too sugary. I couldn't do it. My stupid English stomach was not able to keep it down.
Phil said that it was because of high fructose corn syrup is something that you don't have in the UK. So he said that like the soda was like way better and everything. So because he was talking about a story about how he tried to like get some back and everything. Because like you just didn't really have like high fructose corn syrup in the UK, and that's probably like the main thing. Because like when I'm thinking about like all of those foods, like that is what's common in like pretty much all of the foods.
Right. I think it's illegal.
I think it's like legitimately like outlawed there. So which is probably why. So I'm interested to try it and everything. I think it's gonna be very, very interesting.
See, if you're here for the food, you've come to the wrong fucking country, Ranboo. I'm gonna be honest with you.
No.
There's no good food. I'll give you the cuisine of England when you get here, but there's no good food, Ranboo. I don't know what you're hoping for, man. You're going to be very disappointed. Like, I will walk you through because the things I eat would probably disgust a lot of your chat.
Oh, okay.
I'm a big fan of liver. I eat a lot of liver. I like to broil liver a lot. I love it. It's so good. I have a lot of mashed potato is very good. I have a lot of egg, scrambled a lot. I know scrambled egg isn't very bad, but the liver of what? Normally lamb liver, chat. Someone in your chat was like, the liver of what? I think it's lamb. I'm not sure. Yeah, liver, bacon, and mashed potatoes are my favorite meals. Love it.
Yeah, when Tubbo was like showing me, right, like what he was making and everything, I was just like, oh boy, please let this, please.
No. We have foods that are healthy, but they're not good. You know, like. But then we also have unhealthy food. Have you ever had a full English breakfast before?
I think that Tubbo described to me what it was and everything.
Yeah, and it's really good. It's famously the thing that Americans come away from England saying they like. I'm here because I live by the sea. That's where you get the best fish and chips. You only get fish and chips by the sea. Never get fish and chips from anywhere not by the sea.
Yeah, I'm not. Thankfully, I'm not coming for the for just the food and everything.
Don't come for the food.
I won't.
That's why I didn't come to America for the food. So,
someone actually donated, and this is very, very smart. What do I have to worry about hitting my head on? Because Tubbo does definitely not know about that.
Welcome to the Toolman Club. So, you're 6'6", you said. Okay, most things in the UK are EU regulation 2 meters tall is the door frames in the UK, right?
Okay.
6'6" is above 2 meters, I believe that. Yeah, you will be hitting your head on every door, that means.
Nice, awesome.
Because of the way our doors are.
I'll just develop a slouch.
Yep, that's what I've done. That's what me and Tommy have done.
It's not because of lazy posture, it's because of adaptation.
Yeah, we adapt, survive, overcome. That's it. Everything is your answer, pretty much. Everything that isn't tall.
Boy.